watching. So, I've been very, very busy teaching mermaid school, but Papa Pirate gave me a call on the old shell phone and said that everybody's home from school right now. So, he asked me to come over to Winchester Bay and to come and do a story time for everybody so that we can all chat and have some fun while you're at home. And let's see, what do I have? I know that some of you know that when Papa Pirate is not helping me do story times, that he is doing something else. Does anybody know what that is? I know some of you have seen Papa Pirate in town in Reedsport. Who has seen? Ah, that's right, yes. When Papa Pirate is not being busy being a pirate, he is a dentist. So I have to do the story time alone today, but I'm going to tell you exactly how to get Papa Pirate to come and do story time with us. He is a dentist, and all dentists can stay at home as soon as everybody starts brushing their teeth and flossing their teeth. I'm telling you that's how it works. When everybody brushes their teeth and flosses their teeth, dentists get to go home. So please remember to brush your teeth, floss, and then hopefully we can get Papa Pirate here soon to do a story time with us. Okay, so I am going to be reading today a book called Mermaid School. So I want everybody to get crisscross applesauce and get seated in front of the computer or the television, wherever your parents are playing this, or in the living room on the couch with the cell phone. However you can join us. Get ready for story time. That means you're not poking your brother and your sister. That means you're waiting. Maybe crossing your hands. When you're crossing your hands, maybe then your parents know that you're ready to watch. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm looking at my notes, making sure I say everything I wanted to say. Yes. So, since it's been so long since we've seen each other, I have to say it's been that long that now Mama Mermaid has to wear glasses. So I'm going to put on my reading glasses to get ready for reading the story, which reminded me that I'm old. Old and beautiful. It made me think of the only thing that I know about what's going on right now. When Papa Pirate called me on the shell phone and said, all the kids are at home, can you do a story time? There's kind of a sickness going around, and he said that a lot of old people can get sick from it. So I thought, okay, well, I need to be careful. What do I need to do? He said to make sure that I wash my hands. And he said to ask you, all of the Storytime kids, what else am I supposed to do? Has your mommy and daddy, your grandma, your grandpa, your brother or sister, has anybody told you what else I can do? Can anybody let your parents know to put your advice in the comments for me? Give me some more advice so that I can do some more story times with you too. So right now I washed my hands really good so that I can be touching my glasses and all these kinds of things. And I really wish I could give you a hug. Let's just do a pretend hug. We'll do a nice big hug. Okay. Actually, that felt good. Thank you. That was a big one. Thank you. That felt good. All right. Thank you so much for caring about me by giving me some advice. Thank you for caring for all of the people who are old and might get sick too easy. Thank you so much for washing your hands and doing all of the things that you're going to give me advice about to make sure that they stay healthy too. Okay, so let's get to the story. This book is called Mermaid School, and I'm going to put the pictures up on the screen for you. I'm going to read it, and then I'll put the pictures up on the screen so you can see it up close. So if the pictures go too fast, make sure mom or dad or brother or sister, whoever you're with, freezes the picture if you want to look at them closer. Okay, so this is written by Joanne Stewart Wetzel, and it is illustrated by Juliana Swaney. Does anybody know what illustrated means? Thank you. Yes, it means that Juliana is who drew the pictures. Okay, so Looks like I got a bunch of mermaids and fish on this picture. Can you see those mermaids and fishies? Mermaid school. We've got a little girl. What's she holding? She looks like she's holding a book. What's on that book? Yeah, I see a shell too. It says, I brush my hair, I shine my tail. I cannot stop to play. It's time to leave for mermaid school. Today is my first day. When I arrive, there's no one here that I have met before. Ooh, that can be a scary feeling, huh? But I can make new friends at school. I'm always glad for more. I bet your parents have lots of friends on social media, don't they? I bet they have lots of friends. Ask your parents or whoever you're with, how many friends do you have on social media? You're getting to hang out with all kinds of friends on social media. A boy is hiding by the kelp. I think he's feeling shy. Hello, I'm Molly. What's your name? I'm Squirt, is his reply. Ooh, is anybody reading this story with me when it comes up on your screen? Are you already able to read some of these sentences? Thank you for joining in. You can read out loud at home, absolutely. Next page. Why are you hiding? I ask Squirt. There's no one here I know. Well, we can fix that in a flash. Let's go and say hello. Oh, look. She took his hand and she is holding his hand as they go and say hello to new people. It's true. We do like to hold hands, huh? That is comforting. If you're at home with somebody, do you want to hold their hand? Just ask if you can hold their hand. Our teacher, Miss Marina, calls. Please line up in a queue and follow me inside our reef. I'll show you what to do. Everybody see that teacher? How does that teacher, does that look like your teacher? Do you have a girl teacher or a boy teacher? Here we have a girl teacher with brown hair. Next page says, your cubbies have your names on them. Your tail packs go inside. If you forget to take them home, they'll float off with the tide. Who wants to stop and read these names? Let's take a look. I see. Sound them out with me. Sandy, Shelley, Pearl, Dory, Moana, Molly, Coral, Gil, Marlin, Ray, Shad, Finn, Cisco, and who's our new friend? That's right, Squirt. Miss Marina, next page, Miss Marina hands out seashells. We count them one by one. We add and then we take away until we're back to none. Let's count those shells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I see 2 of the girls have a shell in their hand. Did you see those? Next page. Ooh, what are they doing now? For art class, we use shells again to make things that we can wear. We string them into necklaces and braid some in my hair. Well, that looks fun. Do you have any string or paper that you can make your own shell necklace at home with? A pretend shell necklace? That would be fun. Make one for Mom. Next page. Ooh, looks to me like they're learning geography. I'm going to read these for you. If you know how to read, can you help and read them with me for your siblings? If you have somebody there with you? I see capital letters on some of these. All those capital letters are proper nouns. It's going to be the name of something. Let's see. Arctic Sea, Baltic Sea, the Sea of Crete, the Davis Sea, the East China Sea, the Flores Sea, and the Sea of Galilee. On the next page, to memorize the alphabet, we sing the ABCs. Soon we'll know each letter's sound and learn to read with ease. How many of you like singing the ABC song? I love singing the ABC song. Maybe we'll sing that song another story time. Our music teacher comes in next. Her name's Miss Lorelei. Her trumpet fish accompany our notes from low to high. Oh, I see some instruments in there. What instruments do you see? I see flutes. And does anybody know what that other instrument is called? Yeah, it's called the tambourine. If you like music, and sometimes I know that it sounds to me like everybody is at home quite a bit, but you like making noise, I'm going to make a suggestion. Ask mom or dad or whoever is taking care of you if there can be a certain time of day when you can make noise and make music. And set a timer and say it's from so-and-so time to so-and-so time if they don't like a lot of noise. Okay? Ask permission and see if you can figure out some way that you can still have your music time. I know some of you really like making music. All right, so see if you can compromise. It's a big word. Ask your parents what it is and what it means. Next page. And when they play a faster tune, her drumfish join the band. We swirl our tails and hand in hand we dance across the sand. Ooh, I know a bunch of you have been dancing at home. I know it, I know it, I know it. I know you got your little shimmy going on at home. You turn on the music, get a little bit of energy out. It's a good thing to do a little bit before bedtime. After you eat some dinner and do a little bit of dancing and get some of that energy out so you're tired. That's a good idea. Next page. It's time for recess. Let's go and play. We check out everything. Squirt builds a row of sand castles. I ride the great kelp swing. What are you guys doing for recess at home? Are you making sure that you're doing some exercising? Are you running in place? Are you doing jumping jacks? Why don't you tell me? Will you give me some ideas? Maybe I can put it in the next story time. If you have some good ideas about how you're still getting some exercise and doing some recess time at home, I bet there's other kids that are watching the story time that would love to hear your great ideas. Please ask whoever you're watching this with if they can put it in the comments so we can share it later with everybody. We shoot up in a water spout, then we play hide and seek. When I was it, I found them all. And no, I didn't peek. Ooh, is she peeking? She's peeking. Ooh, that sounds like fun, hide and seek. Ooh. Next page. There's clam burgers for lunch today along with seaweed pie and frozen salt pops for dessert. There's nothing I don't try. Oh, I don't know. That doesn't sound very yummy to me. Seaweed pie. Are any of you having fun cooking with your family at home? Yeah, you can put pictures of that, absolutely. Next page, we hurry back for circle time, and as our food digests, we play a game, we sing a song, then comes the very best. What could that be? What would be the very best thing to happen next for you? I know what I would want, because school never has this. And I teach Mermaid School, and I really, really wanted this, but we can't. I want cake time. I've always wanted cake time. Math, reading, spelling, cake time, then recess. But I've asked and asked and asked the principal, and I can't get cake time. Let's see what her very best thing is. Let's look at the picture. Everybody's looking. Everybody's looking. You ready to see what it is? Here's the next picture. Our teacher reads a story, that she calls a fantasy. Do you know what a fantasy is? So it's a make-believe story. I'll read it again. It says, our teacher reads a story that she calls a fantasy of boys and girls who don't have tails and they can't breathe under the water. Who is that? Who is that? That's you. That is right. I tell my mermaid class all the time about you, all the time, and they have a hard time believing it, that there are children that don't have tails and can't breathe in the water. They can't believe it. Let's see what the next page says. Miss Marina sticks a starfish by each name on her chart. She says, let's sing the goodbye song before we all must part. Oh, and there's everybody's name under the list of students who learned a lot. Yeah. Everybody worked hard all day long at school. I hope you've been working hard at home too, to get along and make everything feel good and happy in your home, the way that your teacher made everything feel happy at school too. You can do that at home too. You can help make your home a happy place. I know you're working hard. Good job. The next page says, I can't believe it's time to go. How can the day be done? The hours here have just flown by because mermaid school is fun. The next page says, oh, this is going to be tricky when I put this up on the screen for you. Let's see. I still have to do 2 pages, so hang in there. It says, the tide comes in, the tide goes out. And the next page says, and mermaid school now ends. Tomorrow we will all look back to play with our new friends. Goodbye. Oh, that was so much fun. I can't believe it's over myself. Well, I don't know when I'm going to be able to come back, but I'm certainly going to try and see if everybody's brushing their teeth and flossing their teeth so that Papa Pirate can come join us for story time also. So before we go, let me see, I'm looking at my list of things I wanted to make sure I get to say to you. Yes, because I don't know when I can do another story time, I wanted to say that this video is going to go on the Friends That Love Our Lower Umpqua Library Facebook page. And I got news from the people who run that page that they are looking for anybody else who is doing story times to send them a message, and that they would love to look at the video and make sure that it fits whatever their rules are, and they would love to share it. Message them on Facebook and send the video so that you can get approved for sharing more story times for everybody. Wouldn't that be a good idea? Okay, now before we go, I wanted to give a suggestion of games that you can play. We are supposed to be very, very far apart. Papa Pirate said that on the shell phone. Very, very far apart. I have friends that Papa Pirate is going to introduce you to, but just so you know, because we have our seal family here, and I believe that you're supposed to be 10 feet apart from somebody who's not in your family. When you're out walking in your neighborhood, we're supposed to be 10 feet apart. So here's 1 foot. About 1 foot. So you need to be 10 of these apart. Let's count it. Let me see how far that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh my goodness, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that going to go off your screen? 10. It's pretty far apart, okay? But you can count 10 of these. Maybe if you've seen like a little chihuahua, that's about 1. Okay, so 10 of those apart. What kind of game could you play with your neighbor across the street? If you are on a street with a family and you have a sidewalk and they have a sidewalk, this is one game that you could play. I got these from the dollar store. And I tell you what, it was difficult to go into the dollar store with my tail. Very hard. I'm going to show you one game. Those of you who have already come up with good games, please put those in the comments for other kids to see. We're all in this together, so let's share some good ideas. If it is okay with your parents and you are, this is a fun game. If your family has this and the other family has it, it costs $1 at the dollar store, and it's called a whiteboard. And one of my favorite games is a memory game where I'm going to draw something, not too difficult. I'm going to draw something, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show it to you, and I'm only going to show it to you for 30 seconds. No, this video is too short. I'm going to show it to you for 5 seconds, so get ready. And I want you to look at it, memorize it, and then the person you're playing with has to remember and draw it too. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to show you how to play this game, this memory game. 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, since you might not have your whiteboard, can anybody tell me what they saw in the picture? What did you see? Yes, there was a big triangle. What else was there? Yes, there was a star. Okay. Does anybody remember the other two things? Yes, there was a square. And what was the last thing that was in this picture? Circle. That was easy. All right, so there's one idea, but you know more than I do. I just got here. I just found out that everybody's at home. So if you have been spending time trying to come up with fun things to do, can you please put them in the comments so that other parents can see it? Okay, so we're going to wrap up, and I'm going to give the kids some serious advice. There are 2 things that I want you to remember to say to your parents if you need to. If you need to. And you will know when you need to say them. 1, you need a timeout. There might be times when mommy or daddy or whoever's taking care of you needs a timeout. Just be prepared in case you need to say, do you need a timeout? Okay, that'd be a good one. Okay, and we learned that in school, right? You learned that in school. Okay, how about this last one? You need a routine like my teacher had in her class. You need a routine like my teacher had in her class. How many of you remember what the routine was in your school? Did it start off with breakfast? What came after that? I'll tell you what we did in Mermaid class, some of the things that we do in Mermaid class. Breakfast. Then we talked about what we were going to do all day long, and I had it written down. It's always written down every day. What we're going to do and when we're going to do it, so that everybody knows what's going to happen all day long. We did math first. We did, what did we do? Science. Then we had recess. Then we came back and we did reading and spelling. Then we have lunch. After lunch, we have story time. Actually, during lunch, that's right, that's my favorite one. We don't do that every day. But after lunch or during lunch, I read and the children eat. Then, after that, we do jobs for 15 minutes. We set the timer and we clean. If we didn't make our beds, or we have dishes to do, or we have to fold the laundry, we set the timer for 15 minutes and we try to get as much done as we can. It's called jobs. Then we came back and then we have social studies and art, and that's all I'm remembering at this moment, but you can think of more things that you do. So make sure that you make a list Maybe put it on the refrigerator. What do we want to do and when are we going to do it? And come up with a nice routine schedule. And at the end of the day, this is my favorite thing. It's the beginning of the day and we get it to the end of the day. At the beginning of the day, my mermaids get 15 minutes at the end of the day to do whatever we want. Playing games, video games, a computer program, whatever it is that the reward is, 15 minutes, that's what we start with. But if somebody wastes time during the day, because we have a lot of things that we get done, if somebody wastes time, I walk over to that 15 minutes and I do -1. That means if you waste my time, you lose 1 minute of your time. And that's all I have to do. I just walk over and I write -1. I don't say anything. I don't say you're being bad. I don't say you're making me upset, because it doesn't make me upset. It's their fun time. It's their fun time. So -1, -2. I've never, ever, ever gotten to -3 because I do have a very, very, very good class. And at the end of the day, however many minutes are left, we get all of that time. And yes, when my class is very, 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 very speedy, they get more time. Yes, I love that. It's called, what did we call it? PAT time. P-A-T, preferred activity time. I prefer to be having fun. So as long as everybody's working quickly and getting their work done, we get to do what they prefer to do, which is to have a fun game. Sometimes also, one last idea is at the end of the day is to have a diary. It's to have a little diary and everybody sits down and gosh, I mean, maybe about 3 minutes or so, and just ask everybody, what did you learn today? Or what did we do that we liked today? And just make a little diary, and it's just a, you know, when we write in our diary, it's just one of those little spirally notebooks, and we just write a couple sentences, and then I draw a line across, right? I put the day, just a couple notes, what we're happy about, what went today, what went well today, what I'm worried about and want to talk about. I draw a line, and then the next day. Okay? We don't spend much time on it, but it helps me and it helps our class to realize how much we're learning every day and how much we enjoyed and what we did and how much we love each other. So that's all the hints and advice that I have. Thank you so much for joining me for story time. Thank you so much to Papa Pirate for calling me on the shell phone. I've given so many things I've asked you for. I really hope that you put some ideas in the comments so that the other families out there that are home can see the great things that are happening in your home. And we're going to call it good. Papa Pirate hopefully gets here soon, and he will get to introduce you to all of our friends. And I just want to say thank you again so much, and make sure to stay home and for you to stay healthy. Okay? We'll see you soon.